Okay, second try. Let's see if I can find myself this time. Let's see if I can find myself. Oh, lots of trouble with Facebook. I don't know why. I do think you can see me though. I'm getting a bit no, I can't see myself. Why not? Why not? Lots of trouble with Facebook. Too much trouble. I don't know why. Okay. Good. I am back, but I cannot see the comments. Yeah. Good. I'm back. Okay, let's hope it doesn't do that again, because it's making me very nervous. Hello again. Good. We are back. I'm sorry. I don't know what happens. This it had never happened to me before. I was trying to explain, hello again, that I'm going to work with the new paper flower collection in combination with the frames. Again, if you die cut the frame 4 times, this is the wider frame, there's also a smaller one, you will see there are score lines in there. And what I do is get, I think we call it a folding bone. I don't know how it's called in English, but something like this. And I'm going to sharpen the score lines just for a better result. A bone folder, yeah? Okay, good. Ah, that's a good word then. There we go. And if you do this 4 times, in this one 4 times, and you can make it shorter, you can make it very small, and I'm going to leave it as is. You add glue or double-sided tape. I have it here. I have it here somewhere. Where is it? Where is my double-sided tape? Here it is. Well, hello again. Well, good thing. I hope Facebook works with me this time. My phone just restarted, and I don't know why, because I'm filming. I'm not doing anything special, but it just restarted. I don't know why. And I have gone live hundreds of times, but yeah, Facebook is doing it's doing difficult. But again, if you like, share and comment on this video, you might win as a gift certificate. And last week's winner is Sylvia van der Steen, and she was here about 5 minutes ago in the other video. So, but I think she knows she won. Okay, good. So now you have one, and again, you can make it shorter. You can do anything you like with it, as long as you have 4 of them. And I'm going to do this one too. There are score lines on there as soon as you die cut the frame. Quite easy to do. Just fold. And yes, Tina, the flowers are very nice. But I like the whole collection, I must say. The frames, the book, the buckets. It's all gorgeous. The flowers. I love it all. There we are. So we are doing exactly the same, and we are going to do this 4 times. I'm not going to do it 4 times now because I prepared a few things. Otherwise, we have a 3-hour live, I think. And again, you glue it down. And I'm using a double-sided tape. Where's the beginning? Oh, here. And a bit of glue. And it will stick perfect. There we are. So it's exactly the same, and you do this 4 times. It's a bit too long. I will fold it back. A bit of glue on there as well. And that's, I do this because then I can, how do you say that? I can move it around a little bit. It's your birthday, you did. Congratulations. Yeah. So now we have 2. And what to do if you have 4, and I will show you. There is this side and the straight side. And what you do is this. The sloped side, I think you call it, and the straight side go in like this. And if you do that again and again, you will get this. You will get this. What I did was exactly what I showed you. So the sloped side and the straight side, they fit perfectly. And you do that 4 times, then you get this. And I just cut a piece of extra design paper behind it, and now I have a shadow box. It's really, really easy to do, really simple. If anybody has questions, just let me know, but this is exactly how it works. So if you have another one, it goes in here, and then this one and this one, and this is exactly how it's going to be turn out. And then you measure the back side and just use your paper cutter for extra paper behind it. I used a bit of a firm design paper. I think it's quite firm paper, so I don't need any extra paper. But this is how it works. It's really not difficult. It's just a matter of die cutting, score lines, and I do that with the bone folder. This is the sloped side, straight side, goes in, and do that. And repeat that on this side, repeat that on the bottom side. And then you have your frame. And again, you can make it smaller. You can use this one, this is the wider one. You can use the smaller one. It comes in 2. So this is exactly how it's done. It's very easy. It really, really is. So I prepared it because I don't have a lot of time and I want to do a lot and I want to show you a lot. So that's why I have to leave this somewhere where, I don't know, on the ground, on the floor. You missed the folding. Well, there are actually there are score lines. If you die cut the frame, this one, this will give you score lines. And the only thing you have to do is fold it. And I use the bone folder for the edges to make them sharp. Glue it together and you're done. It's really, really easy. Okay. Then I have the flowers. So my shadow box and the base is ready. You can use any design paper you like, of course. I die cutted the flowers from watercolor paper. You don't have to do that, but I will probably use wet color mediums, maybe the liquid acrylics or maybe ink. So I thought I would use watercolor paper to die cut this and to color them. That's what I use. You can also use cardstock in combination with, for example, distress oxide. Then it's fine to use cardstock. So use what you've got. Yeah, it's great paper. It's just simple watercolor paper. Nothing too difficult. So I wanted to use this shadow box and I thought, okay, it's fun to use and make a frame. I'm going to do something to the frame as well. It's a bit of a mixed media frame. It's going to be a bit of a mixed media frame. And I thought it would be fun to use the Volkswagen, you say. And this is the new frame. Yeah, this is the new frame. So I just die cutted the Volkswagen. I'm going to use it in here in combination with the flowers. I just assembled this 5 minutes before I went live, but it looks okay. And I'm going to use it in here. You see? But first I'm going to do the frame. Because it's design paper, not watercolor paper, not mixed media paper, nothing, I am going to use transparent gesso first. If I use that first as a base on my frame, then afterwards I can use ink or spray ink or liquid acrylics or whatever. So this is what I'm planning to do. First, let's do the frame. If I can open, yeah. If I can open this, yeah, I can. And this is just basic transparent gesso. And why transparent? Because I want to keep the design of the design paper. That's all. Nothing special. But I do have to prepare it, otherwise it will go wrong. I'm just preparing the frame. Yeah, the bus is great too, right? It's going to be a bit of a vintage shadow box. So a bit in those colors. So not a very bright shadow box this time. A bit of a vintage look. But you can do anything you like, of course. You can use the brightest colors there are. No problem at all. So I'm just doing everything because I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm just preparing the whole frame. There we are. You can't see anything, but it has to be done, otherwise it will go wrong after using ink or whatever I am going to use. There we are. Here is my water. Oh, Femke, yeah, this is just a basic transparent gesso, nothing special. There are a lot of brands that have them, like Prima Marketing Finnebear has the transparent gesso as well. Going to dry it for a bit. But it's very handy, it comes in very handy if you use design paper like I am now. I don't have a lot of space here. Then you still have a great base for your, everything you want to do. And you can keep the design of the paper. This is from Royal Talents, Amsterdam. That's what I said. Prima Marketing Finnebear has it too. There are a lot of brands that carry transparent gesso. So it dries quite quick. I think I'm done already. So, step 1 for the frame. Step 2. Let's do, and I'm going to do the flowers in a minute. I have to prepare the frame first. I'm going to use one of the stencils from the Art Journal specials. And I like them both. I like them both. I will do this one. And I'm going to use the stencil in combination with modeling paste. Again, basic modeling paste, white modeling paste. structure paste. I don't know how your hobby shop calls it. It's just a thick white paste and it works great through a stencil. Let's see. And it gives a bit of a design on the frame, which is fun, I think. There we are. And it's going to be colored. Yeah, Anita. Yeah, Ranger has the transparent as well. There are a lot of brands that have the transparent gesso. So the stencils are just good for everything. They are so fun to use. And now I'm going to use a bit of the modeling paste to wipe away the edges, and I'm going to do that on purpose. It gives a very nice effect when I'm ready. There we are. Good. I think we are done with the modeling paste. Okay. This one goes into the water until later. There we are. So this has to be dry. So again, I'm going to make a bit of a noise again. It has to dry. It's going to be a bit of a mixed media frame. There we are. It's quite thick, but I will let it dry and I will handle the flowers first. Okay, so I will let that dry for a bit and I'm going to do the flowers first. It fell. So. It's a bit shiny, I know, I'm sorry, but I have to use this, otherwise everything is going to get dirty and that's not what I want. I'm going to color the flowers. And I wanted a bit of a vintage look, I already told you. And just getting some brushes. And I'm going to use the liquid acrylics. You can use anything you like. You can use paints. You can use, yeah, just whatever you want. And I had these nearby, so I thought I would just use them. These are from Vinnebear, but you can again use any liquid acrylic. Let's do the flowers first. I'm going to make daisies, just because I want to make daisies. I just like them. This one is from this one, and I just try to put everything together so that I'm not going wrong. This one is actually from the book frame, but I thought it would be fun to use it on my frame as well with the text. So no, Mod Podge is something else. It's not really a base for mixed media. Mod Podge is more like gluing down rice paper or napkins. And I always use transparent gesso on top of the Mod Podge. You can try though. I think for this it's quite alright to use Mod Podge, but normally it's not the same. Okay, daisies. I'm going to make daisies. The daisies are white, and of course the heart is brown. So these are my hearts. This can just stay there. I'm going to use a brown for my hearts. Yeah, I have a few different kind of tricks I'm going to do, but this one is going to be quite easy. Oh, it's already dry. Just a little bit. And it's a bit of a vintage brown. And yesterday I went to quite a large, well, I think you call it a craft fair here in the Netherlands. And Anita, who designs this paper flower collection, she was there and she did demos and a make and take. And I went there with my daughter and we did a make and take at her table and we had a lot of fun. And Anita used SIG markers, I think you call it SIG markers, to color her flowers. I thought that was fun too. I thought, yeah, that's quite a good idea actually, to use that. I always use paint or ink, and so we all have our different ways to do things, right? I'm going to make these hearts of flowers brown as well, and these are going to be sunflowers. And after everything is dry, then I can assemble the flowers. Bit more brown. Yeah, Anita, we had fun, right? It was fun. I actually saw more people from the Elizabeth Craft Designs design team, and well, I saw Anita, who is one of the designers, and I saw Esther as well, the designer of the planner essentials and the Volkswagen. It was so much fun to meet up in real life because we have spoken to each other online for years, and due to COVID, well, we never actually got to meet. So I must say, yeah, it was quite fun to just see everybody, real life. The ink is liquid acrylic. It's nothing complicated, just liquid acrylic. Where are my baby wipes? Okay, I'm going to say good night to my son. He's going to bed. Wat rusten.
Rusten. Love you.
Love you.
Love you.
Love you. Doei doei. I also saw David from the Planner Essentials team, Ingrid from the Art Journal Specials team. Oh, where is he? Here. So much fun to see each other. Yeah, we are still enjoying, right, Anita? We are still glowing from yesterday. Good evening. Where are my tweezers? I have them somewhere. Don't know where. I should have them somewhere. I will use this. I have the watercolors here too. Somebody said Hello, Sylvia. I did not see you either. I did not see Marjolein as well. Yeah, Diane, it's fun to see each other, right? I have the watercolors here as well, just in case I need them. So yeah, I have them standby, nearby. Yeah, we met up and made plans, so that's always good, right? Good. I also have my distress inks. Why? I will show you. Because now I'm going to try to assemble the daisies. This one's here. Let's see, how did I want to do this? A scrap fest. Oh, that's good. No, I'm not frozen anymore. I hope not. No, I'm still there. It's a bit of a vintage daisy, but it's going to be, it's a fantasy flower. And that's exactly how it was meant to be. I'm not making realistic flowers, just making fun flowers. So, there's my distress ink. I'm going to ink the edges a bit. Just because I want a bit of a vintage look. Yeah. Yeah, I can see myself too. So this time it's not me, not my phone, who just wanted to restart. I don't know why. So that's my first fantasy flower. There we are. Good. My second. Yellow. Yellow it is. It's a bit of a vintage yellow. And this is going to be my version of a sunflower. I'm trying to be fast because I want to assemble the shadow box. It's a beautiful yellow though. There we are. I'm going to add a bit of yellow to this one too. Where's my yellow? There we are. So good. Yeah, but it's really fun to see everybody real life after so many years actually. I started crafting a bit before the pandemic, but I started my lives in the pandemic. And from that moment on, you get to meet online a lot of people, but it's really fun to see them real life. I enjoyed it yesterday yeah, a lot. Didn't make enough pictures. But well. So, trying to clean it up a bit. So again, this must dry. And it's acrylic, so it dries quite fast. I think it's done already. Okay, then I'm going to assemble these as well. Trying to think if I want to bend them a bit. I think so. I'm going to do that. And then Anita, I bought the Spellbinder set, but I don't know how to assemble it. So I will be back with a question how to assemble the Spellbinder pen. So now I have my old one here, which works fine as well. I'm going to work with the balls, the circles, and I'm going to just use them petal for petal, not too much. Just a bit. Yeah, it's a beautiful yellow, isn't it? I like it too. Otherwise, I would not have bought it. So, this goes quite fast. There we are. And this is really fun to do, making pretty flowers from scratch. And we can all do it. It's not difficult. There we are. Fun. Yeah, good. It's a good thing I did that. I can see myself just fine. I don't know what happened, Femke, but Facebook is being a trouble at the moment. So that's done. Hello, if you're still coming in, I'm making a shadow box. And I'm just coloring and shaping the flowers for my shadow box. There we are. Now, it's getting somewhere. The big flowers, I love the big flowers. The big flowers are absolutely gorgeous as well. So, and does it still fit the colors? Yeah, it still has the vintage look. Good. This one. Going to do this one as well. I don't know if I want to use my liquid acrylics for this one though. Let's see if I have something else. I do. I I do. I have spray ink. What is this? This is a Toadstool Taupe. It's from Lindy's. It's a Starburst spray, but it's just a spray ink. I'm just going to ink them. Nothing too difficult. There we go. I will dry them. Oh, I don't have a lot of space. I'm just going to dry them like this. The sprays are a bit faster, right? Going to use a second color on that. It's a bit sparkly, yeah. Brown flowers, yeah. Hey, I'm going for the vintage look, right? So, with a bit of gold. It's a bit shiny, it doesn't really sparkle, but it's a bit shiny. It's just liquid acrylics. Acrylics is a bit of a plastic, and that gives it a bit of a shine. I'm just trying to show you, you can color the flowers with any kind of medium. The watercolors, acrylics, inks, distress inks. You can just use anything you've got, and that's what I wanted to show you. And it all looks pretty. I have to use a clean one. This is not going to work anymore. Let's clean it a bit. And this flower I'm going to use a bit differently. It's not quite dry yet. I will just keep it there and let it dry, and I'm doing my leaves. Yeah. These are the new leaves from the paper. They are really cute, really great to work with. Let's see, how am I going to do this? I'm going to use a green. I'm using the new paper flower collection, Wendy, except for the sunflowers. That's an older one. And these are the new leaves. The leaves 1. Sorry, that's the actual name. The leaves 1. I'm going to do this a bit different. I'm going to make it wet. Oh, that's not a good idea. I'm losing a leaf. I have to glue it back. No, I don't like this. I'm going to do that another way. Okay, let's try it again. there are the watercolors. And again, you can use anything to color the leaves, the flowers. Just use what you've got. I'm just showing you a few possibilities. That's one. The mat, it was quite easy. It's just a craft mat and it cleans very easy. And normally I have the glass mat from Tim Holtz. It's underneath all this, but you think the craft mat is shiny already, then the glass mat is even worse. You can constantly see all the light reflecting in the glass, so I'm not using that anymore. Okay. Now I'm going to do something with the leaves as well, as soon as they're dry. Going to make them a bit vintage as well. Do I still have time? Yeah. It's going to be a bit of a longer live, but I just want to show you a lot. Too much, I think. Okay. Ready? And we have to dry those again too. I'm trying to work fast. Yeah, Diane, you can do your laundry while watching. Yeah, true. I do that a lot too. So, good. Well, I'm going to take my distress inks again, and I'm hoping that they are dry. And I'm going to add a bit of the brown distress ink to give it a bit of a vintage look. I don't want it to be too bright green. And I think this is fine. I think they are already in the US for now. I think Els, are you still there, or somebody else from Elizabeth Craft Design? Maybe you can tell them where they can order the paper flower collection, because I'm quite sure it's in the US already. I believe there were no shipping problems this time. That's what I heard, but I might be wrong. But I thought not. Yeah, Belinda, they are right. That's what I heard. Craft stores already carry them. Now I have lost this one. Maybe I can use parts of it. It doesn't matter, I can just take it apart and use parts of the leaves. Let's try it. Yeah, right, Elsa was already saying it too. In the US and the EU, yeah, in Europe and in the US, it's already available. And let's give it a bit of ink as well. You can always reuse everything, right? So even if it goes wrong, it's rare that I throw away something. And who knows, it might look fun on the project. There we are. Good. I'm going to assemble the large flower. Is it dry? I do think so. Yeah. The large flower. I'm going to make a smaller one, and I'm going to use this one to make a bigger one. How am I going to do that? I think we all do it differently. I'm going to make it wet on the back. And then I'm going to fold it and leave it for a minute. Again, making it wet, folding it and leaving it. And I'm repeating that with all the parts of the flower. Yeah, they're going to Canada as well, I see. Look, so now it's wet and it's folded. Let's just squeeze it a bit. And my hands are inky. That's a good thing, right? And I'm going to unfold it carefully. I don't want to break it. It happens sometimes, but normally it should be okay. That's one. And again, another one. That's two. It's just another way to create the flower. There we are. And the last one. And I will just leave it for a minute and I will color this one. But what color shall I make it? Yellow? Let's use the yellow. Why not? No, this one. Yeah, David, it's going to be something, right? I told you it was going to be with a Volkswagen. I told David yesterday. And you're going to see a lot of flowers this week because Joseph is going to be live on Wednesday and Joyce is going to be live on Friday, and she's going to make more realistic flowers. I thought that Elle said he was going to make a bit more realistic flowers, not my fantasy flowers, a bit more realistic than I make them. Let's glue this. Where is my, oh here. There we are. Look how gorgeous this is. I really love the big one. I love everything, but this is just so much fun to work with this one. There we are. It has to dry for a minute. And now I want to do the frame as well. This is going to be a bit of a longer life. I just want to show you too much. Let's keep it like this. So the flowers are ready. The leaves are ready. I'm going to leave it here. And I'm going to do something with this as well. I'm sorry. I just saw this and I thought, no, I have to do it a bit differently. It goes quite fast. So my vintage flowers are ready. My vintage frame is almost ready. Yeah, exactly, Margaret. I can go over time because of the technical issues at the beginning. You are right. I'm going to color this as well. And you can use anything again. You can use the sprays. You can use whatever you like. But I'm going to use the liquid acrylics for this one. And I think I will use 2 colors. A bit of vintage colors. What is this? The sepia, I think? No, ochre. I'm going to use the ochre and the, what is this? Umber. Because I used the transparent gesso, I can now make it wet without destroying the paper. Look at the effect, it's so gorgeous. I'm going quiet. It's a vintage look, right? It can be just because I like the vintage. Just a bit more acrylic. There we go. Can you see it? Yeah, I think so, right? They are chatting over my comment. Just a moment. Yeah. Yeah, the vintage is just great. Oh. So I think we're done. I think this is okay. Yeah, let's try it. My hands. So you can also, you don't have to use design paper for this. You can also use a watercolor paper and then color it. But I like the combination. And I really have to dry this good, otherwise the glue won't stick and the flowers won't stick. Let's see if it's dry enough. I think so. On this part, this is, I didn't use the stencil on this part. I'm going to use the vignette, or I think how you call it, from the bookmark, from the book set. And I'm going to make it a vintage look as well. And I'm going to use the stamp set, and I think I'm going to use Thinking of You on there. It fits perfect. It's the matching stamp set. How am I going to assemble this? First, the Volkswagen. Where is my cardboard? I have a piece of cardboard, just simple cardboard. The banner, thank you. Yeah, it's a banner. Just going to cut it. And add it to the back of the Volkswagen so that it comes up. And I'm trying to work fast. I just want to show you, and I don't think I can finish it 100%, but I'm trying my best. So, and my Volkswagen is coming on here. So it's like a 3D Volkswagen right now. I don't like it to be glued down on the bottom. I don't want that to happen. I'm just going to shift it a bit to the right so I see the sunflower a bit better. Yeah, this is how I wanted it to be. Just a moment, I'm going to say I'm live. They are chatting in the design team. No, it's not working. Okay. Yeah, I'm closing it. Good. So, and now I'm going to assemble all the flowers and leaves on my frame. And then it's always a bit of how do you want it? Do I want it like this? Do I want it like that? Oh, it's stuck to my fingers. And this is how I'm just trying things, trying out what looks good. And I think it's going to be something like this. There we go. Something like this. So, yeah. Oh, I had to work fast. But I'm going to glue everything down, but this is the general idea. And of course the banner is going to be on top of this with stamped as well, but I will show you when it's done. But this was the idea I had in my head. Making a shadow box with a Volkswagen and a bit of a vintage flower look, a vintage frame. Yeah, good. I'm a bit tired. It's done. Yay. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the paper flower lives on Wednesday and Friday as well. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.
Nee, je doet er even bij, maar ja, wie lekker. Ik zie dat vervelend mooi weer. De film te kijken. Hé, vandaag.
Die heb ik ook gezien op school. Een week